AP Micro B-Day. Today we're going to be going through cross-price elasticity, not to be confused with a cross route in football. When you're lined up linebacker, your boy, your dog's lined up in corner, wide receiver's trying to get a little fancy with you, do a little switch route, a little bit of this. You pick up on it, you call switch to your guy, you both switch. Now you're taking the outside receiver instead of the inside. You're running with him, quarterback throws it, you pick it off, run it back for a touchdown, stick your hands, kick it off your hand, celebrate, everyone's going crazy, drafted to the NFL. Then you wake up and it's all a dream. But it's not like that. Cross-price elasticity, or CPE, is equal to the percentage change in the quantity demanded of a good, we're going to call that good 1, over the percentage change in the price of another good, we're going to call that good 2. What you need to remember here, complements are always negative. This is what cross-price elasticity tells us, is if they're related as complements or substitutes. So if it's negative, it's a complement. If it's positive, it's a substitute. Remember this by you cut your hair the wrong way, you have a hole in it, some mean girl walks up to you and she's like, wow, your hair looks really good. And you're like, oh man, I must actually look good. She's actually clowning you. You go home, you start to cry to yourself in your sleep, and then everyone thinks you're a loser. Complements are bad, substitutes are good. So let me explain this to you mathematically. When the quantity demanded of good 1 goes up by 25%, then the price of good 2 must be going down by negative 10, or let's say negative 50%, which would be 0.25 over negative 0.5, which equals negative 1/2. There's your math there. Negative 1/2 at the end. That's a complement because as the quantity demanded is going up, the price of good 2 is going down, which means you buy those things together because they're complements. They serve to each other, but they're bad. They're negative. So you could also flip this around and get 0.5 over negative 0.25 and get negative 2 over 1, which is negative 2. You know, same thing, different story. Actually, not same thing, different story. Different thing, same story. It's still going to be a complement. And that time, you would just, like, if you were talking about elasticities, this would be relatively inelastic, and the other one would be relatively elastic. So let me go through substitute now. So the quantity demanded is going to go down 50% as the price of good 2 goes down 100%. So 0.5 over 1, both of those are negative, is equal to 1/2 again, I believe. 1/2, because it's a negative divided by a negative, gives you a positive. 1/2 means there's substitutes, because as good 1's quantity demanded drops 50%, it's dropping because the price of good 2 is going down 100%. Since they're substitutes, people are going to trade this off to get the better deal. Same thing could happen if it was going positive. It'd just be the same thing, different story. You could also have relatively elastic, even though this is relatively inelastic. That is cross-price elasticity, not to be confused with the cross route, or catch me crossing you up on the court or something. I don't know. I don't play basketball, so but I still do you. That's all you need to know. Also, I do you on the field, man coverage. You're not getting past me. Simple as that. Simple as that, man. I'm going to stay on your inside hip. I'm going to get handsy with you. I'm going to read it. I'm going to push you over. I'm going to press you off the box because that's how I roll, baby. But that was cross-price elasticity, and I hope you learned something today.